It's Thursday. That means you're at the help desk. And here at the help desk, I answer questions that I either get in an email or on the forums, one of the forums, or like a YouTube comment. And you can always contact me that way, but you can also email me at preacherpreparation@gmail.com. Preacherpreparation@gmail.com. And this week's help desk is about someone who just got Logos. They say they don't have a lot of time to prepare, and what are kind of the tools that I would do. So a couple things that I want to say about that. One is that is a completely justified use of Logos. I hear all the time people saying I only use like 5% or 10%, and you use what's helpful to you. And you just do what you can. So everybody's doing the best they can for the most part, and that's there's no shaming on the Preacher Prep channel. So the first thing I would tell someone who gets Logos, what do? You're going to want to go to your library, and I've got a list here called the Prioritization List. So right here in my library, and I click the library icon right there, and then this panel opens. There's this information panel. It's going to open up a sidebar in the library, and you've got two options. One is if I have a book selected, then information about that book shows up, and we could talk about that in another video. But right here, this prioritized books icon in the information panel. This is where you get to tell Logos when I do searches in one of the guides, and it shows up in a couple places, like when you right click on a word and different resources come up. But this is where you get to tell Logos these are the resources that I want at the top of my searches, and so throw Bibles in there, and all you have to do is like drag and drop, take one and drag it, but you're going to want to put Bibles, encyclopedias, dictionaries, commentaries. Just spend some time, take a Saturday morning or whenever your schedule allows, spend a little bit of time getting to know your library, and let this list change over time, because you're going to buy books that you want to put in here. This works really well for books that deal with like verses of the Bible, like commentaries that are versified, or books that deal with head words, such as like a dictionary or an encyclopedia, and it also does really well with Bibles. So yeah, throw Bibles, lectionary, or encyclopedias, dictionaries, lexicons, that's the word I was thinking of. And when I say Bible, it doesn't just have to be English Bibles, but if you have a favorite Greek or Hebrew Bible, you're going to want to put all that in there. So just spend some time here putting books, dragging and dropping the books over into the prioritization list. The next thing is one of my favorite features about Logos 10 is this Bible button. And the reason the New American Standard Bible opens up is because we prioritize that. I prioritize that at the top of my list for Bibles. And so anytime I click that Bible button with the Bible and the cross, this New American Standard 1995 is going to open. That is my preferred Bible, has been for, 20 years. Maybe one day I'll change. I love so many good translations today, but I like the New American Standard. So that's one thing. I always have a Bible open. And then the next thing that I like, if there's not a lot of time and you're just getting started, I think the Explorer tool is so cool. And so I clicked on this tool menu right here next to the search bar, and I typed in Explorer, and it's going to open up a small panel on the right hand side. And what this tool does is it brings all sorts of information about the text. And what's really cool is you can link set, which means you can connect these two panels. So when you scroll in your Bible, the information is going to change in the Explorer tool. So I'm going to, right here, this 3 dots in the Bible panel, click A, 3 dots in the Explorer tool, and notice now they are both A, and when I scroll in the Bible, notice the Explorer section is changing. And you get all sorts of things. You get basically people, places, things. Anything that's blue is clickable. Media, if you have content related to, so I've got some, looks like some passage lists, and verses are in those passage lists. Cross references, and then at the bottom you have commentaries, and you can close all these sections and just use the ones you want. But your commentary section, if you prioritize resources, they're going to show up in this list in that order. So it's an important thing to prioritize. So that's really the first tool, is like the Explorer. The second tool that I think everybody should be using is a passage guide. It's probably my favorite guide. It's probably the most popular guide. But this is in the passage guide. I got it through the guide section right there. And just clicked on passage guide. It should be at the top, or you can search for passage guide. But whatever you search, Logos is going to bring back just a wealth of information. This is where it becomes your personal research assistant, and this will be out of the box. So like you don't have to do anything. It's going to show up like this. Your sections may be in a little bit different order because I don't remember the last time I updated this or changed it, but all that information is going to be there. You can add sections within the passage guide into here. But yeah, this is fantastic. Even if you don't understand all these sections, send me an email and I'll make a video about it. Any questions you have. But this is great. The passage guide, I think everybody out of the box opening up for the first time, need to study passage, have a Bible and a passage guide open. Really good stuff. The third tool and the final thing that I want to say, if you don't have a lot of time and you're kind of new and what do, is the Factbook. And what I love about the Factbook is it really, as much as possible, it replaces Google. Not in the way like if you type in a verse in Google and you don't get all the words right, but you're like Bible verse, comma, and then you write like trying to remember the verse. Google tries to give you that information. The Factbook is not that way. The Factbook has entries, almost like pages in a book with just thousands and thousands of entries, and you can search everything from, like our passage here is Galatians 3:22, so I'm going to do Galatians 3:22, and notice all this stuff that shows up. And let's say I want to just look at this passage, this pericope. And so depending on what's in your library, it will change a little bit depending on what's here. But this is a section, a Factbook entry just on Galatians 3:19 through 25. And look, it has a section for me from the Lexham Context Commentary on the New Testament. If there's any sermons, so I love buying sermons in Logos. I've got sermons right here from everyone from Charles Spurgeon to John Piper, Martin Luther, Tim Keller. Very cool stuff. And then down here under Dig Deeper, you can actually go to other guides based on what you find in here. So, and workflows, which workflows are great because they help you learn how to use the tools within Logos, and workflows give you a process for thinking about the task that you're trying to do it. And so like the Brian Chappell's Christ-centered sermon preparation is going to be different than the Dr. David Allen's text-driven 12-step preaching method. And so if you've got, check the workflows, those are going to be in the guide, the guide section, guides and workflows right there, like in the compass is what they call that. So, but yeah, these are 3 tools that I think everybody should be using. If you're brand new to Logos, don't know where to start, this is a great place to do it. Explore, Factbook, passage guide, have your Bible open and make sure your Explorer and Bible are link set, prioritize your library, and you'll be off to the races. And it's okay if you don't use 100% of Logos. I don't know if anybody does. I don't, and I use the things that help me study the Word. So, and everybody's a little bit different in what they need. So if you're overwhelmed, it's okay. Just do the things you know to do. And hopefully this video has helped. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me at preacherpreparation@gmail.com. I'll put them in the list, make a video, and I guarantee if you have a question, someone else does too. Hope you all have a good evening.